y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Kay. Now, I hope you guys are having a wonderful, amazing week. I'm having a good day today, so I decided to make this video. Now, the last video, we talked about how to become an EMT. And this week, I'm just going to go over just 2 steps on becoming a patient care tech. Now, people usually have this idea that these jobs are hard to get into, and it's really not. Like, it's super easy, and I really wish that when I was in college, I took like a summer off instead of like taking classes. I wish I got my certification as an EMT back then. Not only will I get my healthcare experience, I would also have a good job instead of working at a clothing store that I couldn't stand. But it's really important to just start early. Like, I could have just taken a summer off and just got my certification either as an EMT or as a CNA and just get started on my career, getting my healthcare hours. But, when you don't know better, then, hey, you just learn along the way. Alright, so I'm just going to go over 2 basic, just easy steps on becoming a patient care tech. So the very first step is to get your certification. Now, you can get either your PCT, your patient care tech, CNA, or your EMT certification. And consider the fact that some companies require that EMTs have at least 1 year of experience in the field before they will hire them as a patient care tech. So if you really just want to be a tech and you don't want to work in the field as an EMT, just go get your CNA license. That's like the easiest thing that you can do. I don't know much about the actual patient care tech license, but I know that CNA is probably like the easiest way to go. You can get your CNA certification in a couple of weeks. That's the easiest one that you can get. But typically all these different certifications, PCT, EMT, CNA, they last about 1 semester. I warn you that some companies don't really hire techs on the floor as an EMT because they don't really teach you how to become a tech in EMT school. I mean, you don't learn anything about the bedside. You mainly learn, anatomy, physiology, all the medical stuff because you're going to be treating the patients, on the road. So that's what your EMT license is for. If you got your CNA license, on the other hand, you're going to learn how to do bedside stuff. You're going to learn how to do all the things that you're going to be doing at the hospital. For example, you're going to learn how to bathe the patients, turn the patients, empty Foleys, and use, these different devices to move the patients. But as an EMT, they don't teach you any of that. You're mainly learning about different diseases. Alright, so the next step after you get your certification is to actually find a job. And usually as a tech, you're going to be working in either the hospital setting or in the nursing home. So when you're choosing which environment that you want to work in, whether in the hospital or in the nursing home, you got to consider different factors. You don't ever want to get yourself into something where you're just going to be miserable. You don't have to love your job. Like, I don't always love my job as a tech, but if the environment is good, then, I can tolerate it a lot better. But if you're just so disgusted with where you're working, you're not going to give your best care and to your patients, and you're just going to be uncomfortable. So just consider, if you can work in, these different environments. I chose to work in the hospital environment because I want to practice medicine. I want to learn more about medicine and just be around that atmosphere. Now, as a patient care tech, I do have to deal with the bedside stuff, but for now, I don't mind. You got to start from the bottom, like literally start from the bottom. But I don't mind that because I'm getting the training that I need that's going to help me be a better PA. For example, I got cross-trained as a monitor tech at my job, and I feel like that's going to really help me because now I'm really good at reading EKGs, and it's something that initially I thought was really hard, but it's really not bad now. So I think even though I'm not doing exactly what I want to do, I'm still getting prepared for my future, and it's providing me with a really good foundation. In the nursing home, I kind of feel like you have more work. I talked to my coworker about this that used to work in the nursing home, and he was just like telling me his stories, and I'm just like, I couldn't do it. I would have probably walked out on the very first day. Like my first day would have been my last day, because to me, they work you so hard and they don't pay you anything. So another thing that my coworker mentioned was that in the nursing home, they can't do bed baths. So at the hospital, a lot of times, we give patients bed baths because, a lot of them are not mobile, and it's hard for them to like get up and get in the shower. But in the nursing home, you don't have that luxury. So basically, you have to get these patients up. You have to use the different tools that they have and get the patients up and get them in the shower. And to be honest with you, my back, I couldn't deal with it. But he said that he would have to like do this by himself a lot of times because the other tech is so busy doing what she has to do or he has to do, and they can't really help you out. The nurses, they have like 30 patients sometimes, so they have to give meds, and they can't really help you out either. So a lot of times he said that he was left doing a lot of these things by himself. So I'm not trying to bash the nursing home setting or anything, but you need to understand that there's a difference between working in the nursing home and in the hospital. Because in the hospital, you have these patients for like, 1 or 2 days. Sometimes like, for a couple of weeks if they're really sick, but usually it's just a couple of days. And they don't live there. In the nursing home, that's their residence. Like, that's where they stay. So it's a different ball game. You don't have the shortcuts that we do in the hospital. And it's not like we don't take care of them in the hospital, but, like I said, with the bed baths, you can do a bed bath in the hospital. You can wipe them off with these disinfecting wipes, but they have to get up and get in the shower in the nursing home. So there is a difference. Not saying that the hospital is just so easy, because, the job can be challenging sometimes, and you can hurt your back if you're not careful, but you have more help in the hospital setting because there's more people. I'm not trying to bash the nursing home setting once again, but I really think that people have to keep it real with themselves. If you know for a fact that you can't tolerate working in a certain setting, just don't do it, because the patients are going to suffer at the end of the day. Because when people come to a job they don't like, they get pissed off and they slack off. They don't do what they're supposed to. And these older patients, they're fragile enough as it is, and to have people that don't care to be there working in these environments, a lot of times these residents, they get abused, and sometimes they're not really taken care of really well. And I just think that people just need to keep it real with themselves. If this is not something you can handle, don't do it. And there may be people that prefer the nursing home setting and they don't mind doing that job. Leave it to those people, okay? I keep it real with myself. If I know that I can't handle something, I just leave it alone. Alright, you guys, unfortunately, that's it for this video. I know you guys like just hearing me ramble on and on about nonsense, but that's the end. It's over now. But I want to thank you guys for all your subscriptions, your comments, all the views I've been getting. I really do appreciate it. But I want to give a big shout out to my sister for just going after her dreams and just being the artist that she is. She made these pillows. This one you can get on her website. This one is called Rafisha. This is so cute. Like, look at this. Look at this. And then she has this one called Earth, Braid, and Fire. This is so nice. I have a bag like this. It's like my work bag, but it's so cute. But she's doing her thing. She was featured on the Shade Room. So you know she's definitely doing her thing. And I just love seeing people go after their dreams. So I'm definitely a big supporter of my sister. And thank you guys. If you want any of these pillows or like she has this notebook also. If you want any of these products, you can go on her website and I'll leave the link below. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.
I'm